Okay, time to bake Madeleines. Poppy wants to do this particularly because her cousin is Madeleine. If you're out there watching, this one's for you. But we're going to make a really simple vanilla Madeleine because once you've cracked that, you can then change the flavor profiles. We're using vanilla. You could use lemon zest. You could use orange blossom, rose blossom, espresso, chocolate. You can kind of go wherever you like. Obviously, you need a really good Madeleine tin. Ours is masterclass. We know it's not going to stick. That's why we do it. That's why the team work really hard to make sure that these pieces of kit actually do what they say they're going to do. And it's my job to test them, create amazing recipes, and hey, we're off. So, Madeleines, right? Have we made them before? Don't think we have we? I've
had them before.
I know you've had them. I don't think you've made them. So, I've got my almonds and flour. So it's really very much about blending the wet and the dry and getting everything ready. So we've got ground almonds and our flour into one bowl. So that bowl can go over there out of the way. Okay, so we put that back to one side. We also add the sugar as well. So that is all our dry ingredients. Okay, pop that over there. I'm just going to mix that together. Now, if you could grab me a bowl and the whisk from behind, Poppy. That is going to be for our egg whites, okay? So your job is to put the yolks in there with the melted butter and the vanilla. I want the egg whites in here, please. All right? Susha, listen. Time will tell. So I'm just going to blend the dry ingredients together here, okay? So, you're all right, you're doing okay, that's perfect. So yeah, just separate from one side to the next until all you've got left is your yolk. All right, so just even blend. A little tip for you, when you're trying to blend dry ingredients together, lift it up with your spoon and just tap it. And it'll sort of distribute it nice and evenly, particularly if you're using a small bowl. Good. Right.
You've got to think about all those flavoured ones now.
Yeah, I think once there's nothing nicer than warm Madeleine straight out of the oven. And I think when you use things like orange blossom and lemon, vanilla, all those nice flavours, they're really, really nice. And what you can do is you can brush them with a nice syrup or a glaze or an icing as they come out. Right, so that is our dry. I can have the egg whites, can I?
Yeah.
Right, I'll start whisking these. Little pinch of salt, tiny pinch, into your egg whites will help break the egg white down and allow it to whisk up really quickly. Do you need a bit of daddy muscle?
And you needed to move it.
No.
I would never try that.
Teaspoon. And then mix it all together. You just stuck your nose in that.
I'm smelling it and then I went. At least it's a nice smell you've got.
She hasn't stuck a finger in it. I used to have jars of Marmite and she used to stick her little finger in the jar because it was the squeezy jars and eat the Marmite straight out of the jar.
Did you? Poppy, Sidwell.
I've never been prouder. Well,
What are you doing?
right, do you want to grab yourself? In fact, I think just give it a quick whisk together, actually. I think it'll be nice. And I'll do these. Okay, so you've whisked your melted butter, vanilla, and egg yolks. I have whisked up the eggs. Can you see that? See that all right? Soft peaks. Now, the job is to get everything mixed together carefully. Yep, we don't want any more whisks. Okay, so we need a decent spoon. Poppy's gone to get me another spoon. So, Madeleines is very much about trying to get all these three different textures together into one bowl. All right? So you need to be quite patient. You can't just dump it all in and expect a lovely, delicate little morsels of Madeleines, all right? So we're going to add the melted butter, egg yolks, and vanilla into here. We're not going to mix anything. For one, until the spoon comes, which Poppy's going to get for me. And two, because we want this nice and delicate, okay? Yeah. Well done. You found one? Perfect. So a really big sort of serving spoon, metal spoon. So I'm just going to add the dry ingredients and take that last chance to get some air in by sort of scattering it as I put it in, rather than just turn it upside down like a dumper truck and piling it in. Okay? So, let's rinse my hands. Poppy, I want you to turn the bowl one way and the spoon the other. Good. She listens to me. I know. I like it when you listen. It's good. Now I know you can. I'll expect it every time. That's it. So fold it all together. Come on, chop, chop. We've got all day, you know. It's not teenage speed, this. Daddy speed. Come on. Right, move across while I do this. You do that. Right, so I'm going to talk Madeleine tins. Can you see that all right there? Okay, so these Madeleine tins are really non-stick, and they're traditional. This is how you traditionally make them, in this sort of, almost like a half a shell, isn't it? Yeah. Right, okay, so what we thought we might do is colour them up, didn't we? And make them some funky colours, okay? Because why not? So can you divide that by 3? So that's 1/3, that's 1/3, and that's 1/3, yeah? So we do some fractions while we're off school. Yay! Like fractions, don't you, Pop? Okay. Right. So you could use natural colourings if you wanted. You could use matcha tea for green. You could use beetroot, grate the beetroot, squeeze the juice out for pink, and you could use turmeric. But for this one, we've done natural on another episode. I thought we'd show you the alternatives today. So a little bit of green in there. Here's a little bit of green. All right, hang on. Let's give it a squeeze.
I'll do the pink one.
Yeah, go for it, and then I'll do the yellow. Right, so there we've got some green in there. And yellow, as Chris Martin once said. Right, and then give them a little stir. Not too much, because don't forget, we don't want to overwork. We don't want to overwork the gluten in these, yeah? So we've got some nice bright green.
Bright pink, that, Poppy. There, I think I did a bit too much. It's okay.
Yellow. The theme is garish and colourful. It's like My Little Pony. No. The Powerpuffs. See, that's something going on between you and Emily. I haven't really got a clue what you're talking about. Right, okay, so let's talk Madeleine tins, all right? This tin is lovely and non-stick, okay? So it's going to work really well, okay? It's got a traditional sort of half-shell moulding, okay? So, tiny amount in each one, because you really want to underfill these, because they are going to spread and fill the mould, and you don't want them to spill out. So we're just going to put like a teaspoon there in each one. If you come around this side, Poppy, and follow me with a teaspoon of that. So come around this side and follow me. That's it.
Like a tiny bit.
Yeah, so you put a tiny bit in.
Like this.
Same as what I've done, but next to it. Yeah,
Like that.
that's it.
Does it matter?
Yeah, no, it's fine, because we're going to sort of marble them together in a minute. Everything will all become clear in a minute. As I often say to you, don't I?
Yeah.
Me, with my golden locks.
Very blonde, you know.
Very ash blonde, isn't it? Try and get it in the centre so it doesn't spill. You muck tub. Don't you? Hang on, we're going to clash again. We're going to need to be coordinated. Use your finger, look, watch.
I am.
watch how I do it cleanly. Okay? Press to the bottom of the spoon, push, let it drop. It's all right, it's not going to hurt you, is it? Well, I don't want you to die either.
I blame you and then.
Okay, well. Okay, so, and then we just simply add the green at the end there. Right, okay. So, what we need to do now, Poppy, is just clean that bit off. It's upsetting me, that bit. Right. So, Pops, come here. What we're going to do is we're going to use this and just, yeah, you got it. Yeah. You do that, and then, but in between each one, clean the stick. All right? Off you go. Right, I've got the oven on at 170 degrees. Really important, preheat your oven, okay? And these will take approximately 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how efficient your oven is. I've got AG fan ovens, very efficient, so it's on the fan setting, so I know it will bake probably nearer the 12 than the 15 for us. Okay, right. They are ready for the oven. Well done, Poppy. 12 minutes. Okay, Madeleines have had 12 minutes in the oven. They are baked and looking very... Look at these, Pop. Look at those. Now,
Really good.
they are hot, but there's a little test. If you just push them, look. They come out, and look how cool they look on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah? So turn them over. You just give them a little push really carefully, because they're so non-stick.
Well, normally you'd find that you'd have to let them sometimes cool a little bit, but these come up straight away.
You could probably have a little taste. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
They're really soft because the almonds, the ground almonds, make the bake really nice and soft. You can try them. Yeah. Go for it. Cheers. Perfect with a cup of coffee. That was a little hint, Poppy. Right. If you want any of the recipes from this episode, scan the QR code along the bottom. It'll take you straight to the masterclass.co website. All our recipes are there from this series, the last series, and all of 2021. Now, thank you very much for joining us, and I will see you on the next episode.